so happy with myself right now. I'm so.
It's cool.
I just want to have. I want.
It's cool.
I
No one's
have
gonna
that,
understand but us. It's cool.
I want to have that music button to just be able to hit that and cut you off whenever I want. I want that in real life, please. Somebody make that happen.
Unfortunately, you have to live with my dumbassery asshole.
Damn it. Oh, man. That's the best thing that's happened for me all day today. I'm not going to lie.
I'm so glad I was able to give you that.
Oh, man. All right, so we didn't talk about order. Who wants to go last?
The usual. I'll probably.
So you're in the middle.
I'll go last.
Okay. All right, Nico said he'll go last. All right, so you're doing Shout Factory and you're doing
Overcooked.
All right, then I'm doing the other one. All right. Well, let's see. Let me pull up my screen here. What's that?
Did my camera die? Oh no! My camera. What's going on? Start.
Why are you? You're frozen, sir. What's the problems? What is the problems? What'd you do? We need Tina here to get screen caps.
I lost the connection. Hang on.
You froze.
50.3.
One day.
There we go.
One day you'll get an actual camera instead of your nonsense phone.
But it is not this day.
It is clearly not this day, but it should be a day because they're not that expensive.
Remember when they were? And that's when I needed it.
Well, you need it now, and they're like $40.
They should be cheaper now too. But anyway.
Well, yeah, if you want shitty quality, they could be cheaper.
I use it only for this. Once
a week is a pretty high ratio. Well, I don't know, if you break the average down, it's probably more like every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, let's start. Let's see. On this episode of the Culture Smash Cast, we've got more nights at Freddy's.
Shout is getting groovy.
And is streaming Overcooked?
It's the Culture Smash Cast, episode 682 for October the 5th, 2025. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of the Culture Smash Cast. Nico?
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to the Culture Smash Cast.
Contributor?
Yeah, no, so we're just going to live with it.
I was about to say, what's a contributor?
Zach.
I'm Zach. My life is falling apart.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know what else to say.
It's your average Wednesday.
Yeah. Literally, the thing I was playing with in my hand fell apart when that happened.
That fell apart. Your camera stopped right before the stream. You made me switch my mic settings, which shut everything down for like 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah. And I got to be on a flight in a few days, and all of a sudden, they're now going to be like cutting flights. And
Exactly.
I'm not doing great, okay?
You are bad luck, sir. You are bad luck.
I am terrible luck.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for the axe to fall. I'm waiting for that fucking sledgehammer above Nancy's door to open up and Freddy can just absolutely get hit. Okay, I'm waiting for it.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
It's the wrong film.
I know.
Series.
Hey. You know what?
Hey,
join us every Wednesday night live on YouTube and Twitch starting at or around 7 o'clock CST. Follow us on your favorite platform and join the conversation because we do answer questions and comments as the show is streaming.
Hey,
Special thanks to Skinny Mixes for supporting the Culture Smash Cast. Skinny Mixes are coffee, cocktail, and dessert. Everybody's messing up today. I'm going with it. Syrups that are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and 0 to 2 carbs. Head on over to skinnymixes.com and try some of their drink and dessert syrups, such as the white chocolate, salted dark chocolate, and salted caramel. They also feature a variety of cocktail mixes and water infusions. Spice up your coffee or cocktail with less sugar, calories, and carbs. Use promo code CULTURESMASH for 15% discount on your order. All right, what's everybody been up to? Well, I'll start then. I'll tell you what I've been up to. I made the decision the other night to break an 8-year run of not going to Rocky Horror Picture Show to see if it still sucks. And you know what? It still sucks.
It was
It just
it was a great.
was it
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
like
but I'm a whore for.
I'm in your boat, Steven. Like, I'm not a fan of Rocky Horror. I understand people love it. I won't knock people loving the experience of Rocky Horror, but I find it miserable to watch through that movie. Both just watch it, like if I'm watching on a TV screen, and in the theatrical, everyone's going to interact with the movie time. Like,
Really?
well, and I actually I love the audience engagement at watching The Room. So I thought, let me just give it a fresh look because I know the group that does it. They've been doing it for a very long time and they change out actors and whatnot. So I thought, let me just go. It's been a while. It's been 8 years. And the callbacks were out of sync with the movie. The audience was all over the place saying different things. They weren't sort of in the zone together. Even Zach, who's been doing this for so long, was off a lot of times. Like, I'm sitting beside Zach and he would go do a callback and it wouldn't resonate for another 2, 3, 4 minutes. And I'm like, you early, sir.
Do you take drugs beforehand? Because if you did, I need some. But
Oh.
the whole point, yeah, it's a live experience. It might be in sync, it might not. It's entirely dependent upon your audience. We went Halloween night, and we sat behind a guy that would not play to his section. He played to the whole room 100% of the time. I mean, you talk.
Well, and also the thing that I think works so well watching The Room is everybody is kind of in it together. But in Rocky Horror, at least this experience, and the last one that I remember going to, everybody's in it kind of for themselves or their friends or their little group. So nothing is happening in a consistent way, so you don't feel like you're kind of in this hive mind situation. Like when in The Room, when everybody sees the spoon at the same time, we're all in it. We're right there. When everybody sees that weird lump on her neck, everybody reacts to it at the same time in sort of the same way. So it's very almost hypnotic and funny. This just felt like chaos to me. I did not have a good time with it.
I don't know. It's two different experiences, and you might just like The Room more than Rocky Horror.
There's not a mic to it.
I think I'm in that same camp. Like the fun I get out of The Room is the fact that it is so badly made. Like,
no, hold up. The Room is objectively a worse film.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
It's fun watching how badly. I mean, if I said Rocky Horror, I apologize. I mean,
no, you didn't.
I was like, what the fuck?
The Room is so badly made that it's just funny to see everything falling apart and the production of the film. Whereas Rocky Horror, it's campy, but it's not. I'm not entertained by imagining the making of this movie. It's like, oh, it's just a campy movie that I don't care about.
Yeah,
I'm the whore that's it was playing in 40X a few weeks ago, and I went to it because, I mean, yeah, I'll go to that. I mean, there was no audience participation. We sat there in silence. I'll do it.
Which means you had to pay more attention to the movie.
Yeah, it was a painful experience. But I'd go again. Fuck it. I'll go to that movie weekly.
Oh.
Or, well, okay, bi-weekly. I'd probably go bi-weekly. But that's me. I know I'm an outlier on that one. I enjoy it. I enjoy the whole experience.
You're not the only one. It has a pretty significant cult following. It does.
And I'm not you're wrong for not liking it. I'm like, no, it's cool if you don't like it. It's fine.
Also, sir,
yeah,
your recommendation of positioning in that theater was incorrect also, because there would have been a little bit more added enjoyment if we could have seen the actual performers in the front of the screen, but we were so far back, even other people that were with us couldn't see them, so it wasn't just my blind ass.
That depends on what you're looking for. Sometimes it is better to be in the middle, again, based on your audience. Do you want to be in the thick of what's being thrown, or do you want to see the shadow?
Well, there's not that much being thrown, though. It doesn't happen that often.
That's
some toilet paper.
That's due to the Belcourt being no fun allowed.
Yeah, because it's an old theater and they're just protecting that stuff, which I don't blame them for. I did get beamed in the head with a roll of toilet paper, and I'm like, damn, that's a roll of toilet paper. somebody's wasting a lot. It's not a spoon.
That was one of my favorite things in college was to go to Rocky Horror Picture Show with a backpack and then pick up the leftover toilet paper because people would bring like the good stuff and it's better than the one ply that the college was giving us. So like I'm not even joking. Word got out that I was like monthly picking up a huge supply of good toilet paper. I had people come begging and being like, is there only like how much can I get? And I'm like, how much do you need? I felt like a drug dealer. I got 2-ply, I got 3-ply over here too. I got the Continental stuff too. Like it was a legitimate thing. It was great.
Well, so that was an experience. That's the one thing that I know that I did recently that Zach also did, and we had very different experiences. And I'll talk real quick about one other movie that I saw because it's not in the box office. I didn't expect it to be. As I saw the A24 movie, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. This movie is something. I think low key, I'm still processing it a little bit. I think in a lot of ways it is more anxiety inducing than Uncut Gems.
That's impossible. Uncut Gems is literally like anxiety, like crystal meth.
Man, I'm telling you, I wasn't ready for the amount of anxiety that you feel watching this movie. And it's interesting too because it stars Rose Byrne, who is a good actor. I mean, she's fine. She's a good actor, but she's she's that actor that always plays somebody's mom. You know what I mean? It's not somebody you think a lot about as far as an indie actor that's really crushing it. And this is the best role of her career. Like you go look at her filmography and she's done some decent movies, but as far as her performance, damn. You might low key see her she might be like, this might be this year's Naiad, where why is Rose Byrne getting a nomination for an Oscar? Well, because you didn't see the movie, but holy shit, she's great in it. So yeah, I saw that.
I should check that out.
I think if you want to see good movies, you should check it out because it's fascinating. And like I said, I was anxious. And then where we saw it, it was playing in the theater that we went to, the Belcourt here in Nashville. It was playing in the screening room, which is a small space, like 40 seats.
No, it's like 32 seats.
Yeah, it was claustrophobic and like tight. The space is tight. And I was like, I was ready for the movie to end. I was like, damn it, end. Because it's an intense little movie to watch. It's very much a character focused type of film. I don't think there's really a full scene in the movie that she's not in. I think she's pretty much in every scene in the movie. So I recommend it. Nico, what about you? See anything interesting?
Not much. I have finally, after months, finished Daredevil Born Again, the new Daredevil reboot on Disney Plus. So,
and were you properly underwhelmed?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, if I'm comparing the 4 Daredevil seasons, it's the weakest. It's weaker than season 2, which is a very uneven season. It's still enjoyable stuff in it. Like it's better than the worst of the Netflix shows that aren't Daredevil. So
my feeling about tell me what you think on this, but my feeling on it was the show feels very tame compared to the Netflix shows until the last act or the last handful of episodes. It's like, oh shit, we forgot to be hardcore, so let's be hardcore. You know, we got to push it in there.
That is entirely true. Like I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say Daredevil stops being Daredevil because of an inciting incident in the first episode, and it's him being born again as Daredevil essentially, and that process takes a while and longer than it needed to, but it was still watching the last couple episodes and the culmination of Kingpin's character arc and his consolidation of power and essentially getting a private police force after deregulating a lot of stuff and cutting regular budget to policing. And there was a lot of weirdly prescient political statements that were not intended in this show. And I'm like, this is oddly on the nose. And I know they didn't mean to do this at all.
Yeah. On that note, I actually watched Task on
Mhm.
HBO because so many people were talking about how great it was, and I thought, well, let me look. And it's Mark Ruffalo. He's playing like an FBI agent who gets tasked to create a task force to catch these criminals that are robbing drug houses, taking their money. And it's a mini series. I think it's either 6 or 8 episodes, and it's a complete story. It doesn't. It reminds me of Mayor of Easttown or whatever, where it's just one story and that's it. Not as good as that one though. That if you want to see a single season of good TV, that was a great show that HBO did. That was prestige TV. This one, if you like Sons of Anarchy and SWAT and things like that, then you probably like it. And I did think it was good. I thought it was good. But the people that are like raving about it are people that are just starved. You know, when you're starving for something that's not 100% telling you everything that it's doing, exposition 101, which is Netflix stuff, anything tastes really good. But it is good. And if you're into that kind of TV, I would say watch it. It's good. It's a
I'm gonna be right
solid.
back. I have to go help with baby, so
Okay,
I'll
we,
pop on in.
we'll sully forth.
All right.
A solid 3.5 to 4. It's good. I think Nico would probably like it. You wouldn't like it because you're a
No.
basic ass bitch.
Well, speaking of basic ass bitch shows, I watched episode
Yeah.
2 of It Welcome to Derry.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week. It's so good.
No, we talked about episode 1.
Oh, it just feels like 100 years ago that I watched episode 2, and you're like finally watching it.
Yeah, and it is so boring as shit.
I didn't find it boring. You texted me that, and I was like, I liked it pretty good. I had no issues.
I mean, maybe it's just me, but like any horror sections in this show do absolutely nothing for me. I feel no tension, no scares, no memorableness to it. And
Well, I think
I read online of how people were
thanks.
freaked out and going, "This is an all timer right here," and I'm like, not for me. And I mean,
I think a lot of it is because it's slow burning the horror. Like
no. I'm talking about the sequence itself. Like, there's the
I
first
know.
sequence and the
I
supermarket.
like that sequence, and I liked all of the practicals in that sequence.
Yeah, it was actually fucking nice to see some.
Yeah,
The horror, I guess, going on didn't do anything for me. It was like, oh, okay.
I don't know.
I mean, it might just be not be my brand, and that's
I don't
why
know.
I'm like, it might be me.
I mean, it's not mind blowing to me, but I liked it. I had a good time with it. I had a good enough time with it that I'm interested to see where it's going to go. I'm going to stick with it. I liked, without getting spoilery, I liked that there's one particular character connected to another Stephen King story, and it makes sense for what they're doing. And Stephen King does interconnect his characters, so I think it's fun that they did that too. And I'm
I mean,
interested to see where that character goes.
I don't mind that either, but I put the timeline on the chart, and the timeline doesn't really make sense.
That's fine. It's fine. It's TV.
I mean,
Well, okay.
this character.
Okay.
where
Okay.
they
Well,
end
then,
up, I'm like,
are we talking about when you say timeline? Are you talking about the media timeline, like the movie TV timeline?
no, I'm talking about the books.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know exactly which version of that character we're looking at. Are we looking at the one from the movie or the one from the
Okay.
book?
Okay, so the character, which we won't say, the character goes on to have other adventures in Stephen King's novels. These adventures take place in what, 75, 76, 77 maybe?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't dated it.
How old would you say this character is currently in the show?
30s?
Late 20s?
Could be 30s.
Okay. So in the span of 10 years, he's going to age 15 and also go on to this career that he's been there for how many years?
Yeah, I don't know.
pieces aren't
I
lining
I,
up.
I think it's just it's mostly in there just for the fun,
Mm.
and it gives you a base for the character. I think. Sure, if we want to rivet count, there's probably problems with it, and
Yeah,
then
that's my problem with it. I go, this doesn't line up at all.
and no one else is rivet counting though, because it's not that important. It's just fun. It's just fun, Zach. Have you ever
Name
have you
drop
heard
a
of?
character like that? I'm gonna be like, oh sweet, they're. Oh wait, this doesn't line up at all.
Yeah, so every time we see Superman in a movie, it has to adhere to exactly the things that you expect.
Okay, okay.
Every
What
time
I'm
we,
saying is, in
but
Star
this is what
Wars
I.
Episode 3, if timelines of events are incongruent to Star Wars Episode 4, you would say that's a problem.
But that's the same franchise. That's the same movie series.
Same
That would be
universe.
hugely. No, same movies. Same movies. That is a that is like that would be like saying, well, this character in Doctor Sleep makes no sense for the way that character was represented in The Shining. Yeah, that would be problematic. It's the same movie series, and it's also movies. It's not TV. We've seen a lot of things change when it came to TV
Cool.
because
I was
it's
referencing both iterations of that
well. That's what
story
I'm.
that came out.
But see, when you use Star Wars as an example, that's a movie franchise, not a movie world. That's particular movies. It's a
I
run
am
of movies.
looking at
Part
all
one, part
source
two, part
material
three.
where this character appears and going, this doesn't line up. All source.
Who
And
cares?
I think that's a problem. They should have
it's
realized.
not that. It's honestly not that big of a deal.
I mean, but to me,
Honestly,
okay. Getting back to the main subject here, I was bored. I was so bored through this episode.
well, okay, then that's more reasonable to talk about this fucking rivet counting for a TV show. It doesn't matter to me.
You brought up the
But-
character, and I got a
because
problem
it's
with the character.
because it's fun to have the character. It's just fun to have him in there. It's not like I don't feel like this show is going to world build this whole King universe, whether there's spin-offs and it's all going to tie into the movies. I don't think that's going to happen.
says it will anyway, because I think that's what they're going for. But to me, the most interesting scene in the episode was an investigation, like a detective investigation into an incident.
Mhm.
That was the most interesting scene in the whole movie, in the whole show. And the rest of the time, it was just, oh, here's Susie. Oh, Susie's kind of a bitch, and here's Frankie. It's like we got to do this all over again. Except this time, we're not going to kill him off.
Yeah,
we're
but
not
once you
going to do
do,
it again.
I mean, there's so much of that. We got to do this all over again. When you're talking about kids that age, they're all going to do that
I
same
know,
thing.
but I'm like, shit. We just did this in the previous episode. That it's the car engine starting again. It's like, didn't we just do this?
Realistically, I like the kids in the second episode better than the ones in the first, though. I'm
Yeah,
actually more interested in them.
I don't like either. To me, they're very annoying.
Well, we're gonna
Again,
see.
I don't like kids, so sue me.
Yeah, that's the problem. You don't like kids.
Oops,
You're
I like
problematic.
cats. And the one kid I did like in episode 1, they killed him. So like, whatever.
All right, let's talk about the box office while we wait on Nico to get back. Number 10 is Good Fortune. It made 1.4 million. It's made 14.6 so far. That's the Keanu Reeves movie. I had a good time with it. Number 9, opening new this weekend, is Stitchhead. It's an animated movie. It made $2 million, 2.4 in total. It's a cute little movie. I saw this at a film festival, and I can't remember. They kind of blend together now if it was Nashville Film Festival or if it was Fantastic Fest. One of those two. Anyway, it's a cute little movie. It's not perfect. It's if you got kids, something different. Number 8 is Tron Ares. It made $3 million. It's made $68 million. People need to just stop going to see this movie. We need to stop this franchise. Just stop going.
It's over.
It's done.
It's over.
It is cooked. Number 7 is Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. It made $3.7 million. It's made $16 million so far. This movie is bombing compared to what a lot of people thought it was going to do. People had this idea. I feel like, I like Bruce Springsteen, but I feel like people had this idea that 1, it's Bruce Springsteen, everybody loves Bruce Springsteen, and 2, it's Jeremy Allen White, everybody loves him. Everybody in the film community loves him. Outside of the film community, I think he's the bear. That's it. You know what I mean?
I am tired of biopics, and you can just look at the trailer and go, I already know where this is going.
Not the biopic.
I am biopic, whatever. Like that.
Biopic, thank you.
I am tired of it, so like I don't give a shit about these movies anymore.
Yeah. I still want to see it. It's just a matter if I have time. Number 6, and this says a lot about the box office right now. Number 6 is Back to the Future 40th anniversary. It made 4.9 million.
Hey, I went and saw this.
Yeah. So that 40X was pretty good.
So here's my. So obviously went to the 40X on this because we said we were going to the 40X until some bitches backed out. But hey, so let's get this out of the way. Majority of the film, nothing's happening in that 40X.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, majority of the film, nothing is happening. But
they don't even slow move the chairs for when the camera's moving?
No, because there's no. I found it to be absolutely fine because what was happening on screen would have been a distraction if you were to try and force that onto the audience. However, when action does pick up, oh my god, it was like a dream. I mean, obviously the Libyan chase at the beginning, like it fully came to life. And you felt every single move inside that DeLorean. It was glorious. Obviously the ending, the wind effects, the lightning going on, you felt the whole thing. It was great. And I couldn't believe they did this. There's a line at the end of the film where Marty says to Doc, I have spoilers for fucking Back to the Future, where he goes, "Oh, be careful about that re-entry. It's a little bumpy." Mm-hmm. They added that. They totally added that.
What do you mean?
So when at the end, when he goes back to the future, they added a little bumpiness to it.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, that's perfect.
Oh my god, they didn't have to, but they did anyway. It was really lovely. Of course, like when the film comes to life as needed, it's great. And it was in sync.
As I told you, it has been in sync.
It was in sync, and I still have PTSD.
I know.
There are moments to where you're like, is it out? Is it out? No, it's in. It's in. But like the PTSD is strong still. So
it is strong.
That's 2 for 2.
Even though I've seen 3 or 4 movies in 40X now, and they've all been in sync. I still think about it because there were so many that weren't.
We went to like what, 3 or 4?
At least 3. I think it was maybe 4.
I will say, if anyone's listening, the Regal Opry Mills, you need to change that bulb. And maybe, I don't know, get a different projector in there. One that can A, fill the whole screen, and B, that's a little higher resolution. Like, it looked like a fine Blu-ray, but not the 4K 40th anniversary DCP that's been going on.
Well, maybe they weren't using an old one.
Well, when I went and saw Rocky Horror, it had that same look, and over the weekend we went and saw Rocky Horror, and the 4K DCP looked great in the theater compared to the 40X. So I think that projector needs to go, man.
This needs an update. Yeah. All right, number 5 is Bugonia. Everybody needs to be going to see this movie. It's $5 million. It's made $6 million so far. That's a damn shame because this movie is a top 10 for the year contender. It's so good.
It's a Focus Features. That's right.
Oh, look, one of Zach's favorite movies of the year is at number 4. K-Pop Demon Hunters is back in the top 10 again. It made $5.3 million. It's made $24.3 so far. They had another weekend of sing-along showings.
I just don't get why Netflix just doesn't.
They don't learn. They're not learning.
And Netflix announced that they're doing a sequel that's supposed to come out around 2029.
Sure, but I don't know. There's money to be made with this bitch, and you're just limiting yourself. Like, keep it on Netflix, sure, but like, put it in theater. It's made $25 million.
It's free money. I mean, at this point,
free real estate, like it's free money.
And when they come out with that sequel, there's so much love built up for this first movie. If they don't premiere it in the theater and have a theater run for it, they're just throwing money out the window.
Yeah, they are fools.
Yeah, I agree. All right, number 3 is Chainsaw Man, the movie. Or what is that? Rez Arc?
Reze.
It made. Oh, okay, I see. $6.2 million. It's made $30 million so far, almost $31 million.
The more time that goes by, the more I'm like, damn, that was really good. Like, damn, it's really good.
I'm gonna get to it.
You really need to.
I know. I'm going to. Number two is Regretting You. It made $7.8 million. It's made $27 million so far. And number one over the weekend, back at number one, is Black Phone 2. It made $8.3 million. It's made $61 million so far. It was a really bad weekend for the box office. But I mean, look at what's out.
I was about to say,
There's
it's
just-
almost like the horror movie made the most amount of money. Where's the horror movies?
Exactly. Opening new this weekend, though, we've got some stuff. Predator Badlands opens 88% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Nuremberg is open at 70%. That's there's a bunch of limited releases, too, but those are both the wide releases. Nico, you have Film Ball update?
I do. So, Film Ball, just to remind everybody, we bet on movies to see what's going to make the best domestic return over a period of 4 weeks. We have 3 games going, 2 on our Discord. Hit up Steven if you want to join any of those in the future. And we also have our contributor bracket, which is all the people that you will usually see on the show. So we'll start with Discord. Discord game 1, we've got Adam at 12.4 million. Steven at 62 million, JR at 174 million, Crystal at 194 million, and Kevin at $196.9 million. You got a pretty good lead. Going to take a good movie to top that, but we're still pretty early in the game. This is the last quarter of the year. We still have movies coming out this month and December. The next Discord game, we've got 4 players. Samantha is in the rear at 4.9 million. Marcus is at 128.6. Steven at 144.
In the
And
game.
Frenchie is at $462 million.
Whew, Jesus.
Good luck with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I got some better news in the next bracket. The contributors, the ones we care about. Nathan is at $62 million, but he's got some really good movies coming up later. Wicked being one of them. Tina is at 69 million, not so nice. Myself at 130, Zach at 186, and Steven at 292.
Damn it.
And then Steven was
Hell
so
yeah.
speechless we can't hear him. There he is.
I was about
Right?
to say, Steven was quiet, but he looked excited.
I was excited because this really is going to turn into the Wicked versus Avatar game.
Man, I don't have any of that shit. What am I doing with my life?
Exactly. All right. So, before we jump into the stories, let's take a look at this new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. I'm excited. Are you excited, Zach? Zach, you excited?
God, this is
You excited?
This is another trailer I'm gonna have to sit through 80 times every single time. And while
Are you
we're on the
hyped?
subject, why the fuck is it being released in December?
Now, that is a question I do agree with. Why, indeed, is it being released in December?
Just hit the button.
Here we go.
So you wanna tell me about your bad dreams?
It's always the same.
Your dad. We're never gonna be able to move forward until you deal with some of the mess you left in your head.
My father was a monster. You know that.
Everyone called it an accident, but it wasn't until years later when those 5 children went missing that I knew she was murdered by him.
Are you ever gonna go back to Freddy's, I mean?
I think my sister is here.
Where are you gonna run to?
What do they want with my sister? Half of this town will be dead by morning.
Yeah, I heard them put the original jump scare sound in the mix there.
Go on.
Okay, has anybody here played FNAF 2?
Nope.
I've not played a single one.
Okay, so the plot is very like these have no plots games. It basically, in the first game, the plot is you're a guy and you need a paycheck and you got to do this stuff, and then weird stuff happens, and that's it. In the second game, it takes place before the first game, and it is basically the same set of events, only the challenges are harder. So they're trying to do this whole plot thing, and who is this for?
Well,
It's
is it
for a cheap money grab.
So it's for the fans,
definitely that.
and that's it.
But my question is, if it's for the fans, it seems so different than the game. Are they really going to like it?
Well, the problem is these games have never really had much plot, but they've written books about them, and there's whole theories on everything. The gameplay is like the end of the first trailer where he's like having to put the mask on and everything. Like that's the game. That's FNAF 2. I just am not interested in these characters at all. I'm just not. And now it's like, well, here's more of those characters. And I'm like, you have ruined the bad guys from the first one by making them lovable guys. That was I couldn't believe they did that. I'm sorry. I'm on team like, what the hell are y'all guys doing?
Well, that first movie seemed so slow, too. It's like, what are we doing?
I'll never forget that image of them like laying down in a circle around each other. I'm like, this would never happen in FNAF ever. It would not happen. This is antithetical to what FNAF is. It's not that. So now all of a sudden, well, we got to make them be bad. Oh, well, now they're just bad.
I think, weirdly, for someone who has no basis from the game whatsoever, this one looks better than the first one to me. I mean, I don't know.
The motivation behind the animatronics universally has been simple, which is, well, at least in the first few games, which is, hey, you are an animatronic. They've caught you. We're going to put you into an animatronic body, which kills you. That process would kill anyone. You're being put into an animatronic. And that's the whole point is don't get caught. But they're not maniacal. They're just like, oh, hey, man, what are you doing over here? You're not supposed to be here. Gotcha.
Got him.
Yeah. I don't know. It looked like almost like they were referencing the bite of 87 in this one, which timeline doesn't make sense, but sure. I just see compounding problems going on here.
What do you think, Nico? What does it look like to you?
I have no interest in the franchise. Like it really, like I don't know how much it is for the fans because outside of knowing that it's essentially what if a Chuck E. Cheese were a, murderous saw trap kind of place, I know nothing of the lore, so I can't say it's catering to fans or not because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Other than that, it just seems like the fact that it's like using the same characters from the last movie kind of undercuts any stakes that it has. It's like that's why like your classic slashers, your Friday the 13th, your Nightmare on Elm Streets, if they carry over a character, they usually then kill off that character. So it's just and they're like the characters in the trailer are in a lot of the shots that don't make me think that's going to be the case. They're going to kill them off at the beginning, and that would be great. I mean, that would be a good sign if they did that. I think that would be
Yeah, it would.
more confidence on the slasher horror aspect of the franchise and less of following these lead characters. But I just don't care. And it seems like our earlier discussion is why is this in December? Because I don't think they care. I think it's going to be just a dump to see. It feels like a lack of confidence. If they thought it was going to be good, they would have put it out on Halloween because it's the season for a horror movie.
I have two thoughts on that.
Whatever post-production work they needed on that, those 2 months wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen movies look completely different in 2 months. It really depends on what they're doing. Yeah,
sure, but
yeah,
I would have tried to rather shoot for a better opening window.
I agree, and there's part of me that feels like maybe they had some production delays or something because
the movie's completed.
The first movie, something's going on. But
I'm looking it up. The movie's completed
because the first movie came out around Halloween. It did great. It did good numbers. Yes, I don't know why we're getting this one in December. I wonder if they're a little bit gun shy also because they made a real mistake with the Megan sequel. That movie is apparently very bad. It deviates very much away from what people actually liked about the first one, and it bombed miserably. So I just wonder if that had some impact on their confidence in the sequel, even though this sequel does feel, even though it's different than the games, it does feel like a proper sort of sequel to the first movie. First movie was bad, so I expect this one to not be any better, but it looks a little better to me, but I did not like the first one. So,
but okay, hear me out. So you're okay. Megan 2 came out in what, February or March, and it was a complete genre shift, and our fans did not like that.
Yeah.
So we have this horror film with no competition for Halloween.
Yeah, it literally would have just had.
Let's go.
It would have had
and put it up against Wicked and Avatar. Like, because Avatar comes out like the week and a half later. Like, let's put it up against some stiff fucking competition and out of season. That decision doesn't. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
It.
Like,
yeah,
even
it's
if
weird.
they lack confidence in it, you were at least gonna get more money in October than you would in December because of all
100%,
yes.
100%. Although traditionally horror does get a weird bump in December. Like you've seen some horror movies get even released on Christmas Day and made money.
Well, that's alternative programming.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, but that's Christmas Day. This is early December.
The 1st of December. Yeah, it's weird. It's right after Thanksgiving.
Again, it's like a week after.
Like, wouldn't that have been fun alternative programming? If they put it out Thanksgiving weekend, that'd have been fun.
It would have gotten eaten alive by Wicked.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be getting eaten alive by Wicked. Wicked's going to own the box office for about a month.
What about
that's
Zootopia?
Just how it's going.
Yeah, Zootopia. What about
Zootopia? Yeah.
I just looked at this release date and I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Well, it is alternative programming to both of those movies too, though.
I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but would it have been better to just delay until January?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
I can't believe I'm saying that. I mean, it probably fits January.
Well, but it looks like it looks like a "fuck you, it's January" movie, though. To be honest,
it does. But I mean, January typically there's not a lot of competition because it's leftovers from Oscar season, it's leftovers from Christmas.
Well, and now that you mention it, Blumhouse has done pretty decent with shitty horror movies in January. Like they don't make huge numbers, but they make profit. They make money.
Wait a minute. Looking this up here. Apparently, the next FNAF film comes out next year, so they can't delay. Yeah, so they can't delay until January because the next.
They already have another one coming.
Apparently, it's coming out in July, according to China here.
What?
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
Okay, so we go from Halloween to December to late July.
That's fascinating.
Okay.
I'm kind of skeptical about that release date.
Me too.
Listed on
but I mean, The Strangers has tried to do that with their nonsense, and those movies suck too.
I would still probably, as much as I don't like FNAF. Let's be real. It's way better than The Strangers. It's so much better.
Oh, you mean the first one?
Yeah.
For sure.
Even the second
For
one,
sure.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm sure the second one will be better than The Strangers Chapter 2.
I'm
sure.
Put
I have
money on that.
I will
put
not.
Money
I will
down
not.
and say that this will be better than The Strangers Chapter 2. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not touching that at all. All right. Well, let's talk about something else that might suck. Nico, I think you have a story.
All right. So, Overcooked, the chaotic video game in which up to 4 players portraying cartoon chefs and animals have to work together against the clock in order to prepare. I can't talk anymore. Prepare meals. A24 has acquired the rights to this game and will be turning it into a reality competition cooking show for Netflix. A24 is doing this. For some strange reason that I cannot comprehend.
How does it feel to see all your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Is this a favorite
not even
franchise?
Yeah, is it?
A24.
Oh,
okay.
well, they're not a franchise. They're your studio.
I mean, it's a brand.
How does it
Favorite
feel to
brand.
see all your favorite studios go down in flames?
You know, when I saw this story and shared it, I thought to myself, is this the end of A24?
I would say over the past 2 or 3 years, we have seen the end of most of what made A24 A24.
There you go. There's some gameplay for you. I guess I kind of see this as a reality show. It does seem like it would make sense because it's cooking, which is very popular. It's based off a game that a lot of people who aren't hardcore gamers like. I guess the issue I have is it's not one of those reality show companies that's doing it. It's A24 that's doing it.
Yeah, it's like it makes sense to turn this into a game show that Gordon Ramsay or Alton Brown or somebody hosts. Like it totally seems like a reasonable cooking show. But what is A24 doing with this?
It reminds me of there was a physical media distributor in the early 2000s that most boutique collectors loved called Anchor Bay. And Anchor Bay, they put out 16 different versions of Halloween. They probably put out 16 different versions of The Evil Dead. They like
Army of Darkness has like what 20 editions from Anchor Bay.
I don't know. It feels like it. I never really had an issue with that because I knew it helped buffer up the other things that they were trying to do. But they merged with a company called Summit Entertainment and started doing like workout videos and more mainstream type of movies, that kind of thing. And what happened to Anchor Bay? They're gone. They're gone now. And I don't think that's going to happen to A24 but I do think that it is diluting their brand in a weird way. Neon looks like a whole lot more appetizing to me right now.
Well, even Neon has their moments of befuddlery.
They do.
Shelby Oaks. But I'm on the same team as you to where I'm like, A24 is extremely diluting their brand of what they were, and Neon has stepped into that slot of essentially quality original film that is, international but is quality most of the time. A24 is now just that weird movie. It feels like they've skewed more like we need to make more money. And let's go a little bit more mainstream. And they're slow walking it, but they're still walking it.
I mean, as far as A24 doing streaming or TV type of programming, I'm here for it, but I wish they would do stuff that felt more on brand, And I feel like they've done some TV, like drama type of shows that probably were a little more on brand. But if they were going to do something reality TV, it needs to be something groundbreaking.
A24? Yeah,
I think so.
Euphoria
Yeah,
was A24.
Yeah,
and that feels on brand.
Euphoria definitely feels like A24. But I think if they were going to step into the reality TV space, I'd want to see them break new ground with it, do something weird with it, you know? Then I'd be interested. Because the other side of it is that if you follow reality TV right now, how it trends, it's trending way down. Like all the signs say that it's on its last legs. Doesn't have nearly the viewership that it used to. Cooking shows are an anomaly because people do still love cooking, but I think a lot of cooking shows still play into this sort of art of cooking, and that helps. But I don't know how this is going to do that. This is clearly going to have to be a very fast-paced show, right?
Yeah, I mean, cooking in general is just a thing that most everyone does, or at least is involved with in some aspect. So you got that natural buy-in, and it's watching people cook is a very active engagement. Like you are doing a lot of stuff when you are cooking. You're moving around, doing a lot of stuff with pots, pans, whatever activity you're doing that requires you to cook on a cooking show. That's activity. You are constantly moving, especially with how it's cut and produced. So it's easy to see why a cooking show, particularly a cooking game show, like your Master Chefs or your
Master Chef,
your Gordon Ramsay and stuff. It's easy to see that being popular, and thus this show, this being a brand to go after. But again, why A24?
Why A24 indeed? Yeah, that's
somebody at A24 just really likes this game. That's all it is.
Isn't A24 also doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or was it Halloween? I mean, they also want to. No, wait, is it, or is it?
You talking about the show? The show?
Yeah,
thing
there was
they're
a
trying
Camp
to do?
Crystal Lake or Texas.
There is a
Chainsaw
Camp Crystal
Massacre.
Lake happening. I think
one of them.
The Halloween one died. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. One of them is A24.
I think it might be the Crystal Lake one. While I'm not really on board with that, it does make a little more sense, though. I mean,
yeah, I can at least look at that and go, I mean, it's a popular franchise, but what I liked,
it's horror still.
Yeah, what I liked about A24 was it was like this independent voice going, "No, we're going to do this. We're not going to be mainstream. We're going to be original. We're going to be daring. We might not, you might not even like this movie, but it's going to be different than what you've seen." And this, I look at and I'm like, oh.
Well, and it's the thing is I started thinking to myself, well, is this the Takeshi Miike model? Where you do
one
a
for
handful
me, one for you.
Yeah, or 2 or 3 for you and 1 for me, that kind of thing to pay for it. But the thing is, if A24 wasn't so desperate to grow, they wouldn't need to do that model. They were doing fine. They were making money. I mean, more often than not, their movies were successful. Even the ones I didn't like as much they were making money. It's just this desperate need to grow and become a more major player that I think is forcing them to go into that 1 for you, 1 for me model. And I think that's what this is. And it sucks.
So they overplayed their hand.
The question is, will any of us watch it?
No.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll probably at least look at the first episode to see.
Well, I think that answers your question. Then 2/3 of our audience here will watch it. I mean,
and I don't remember if I said what streaming service. It would be on Netflix. So
it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. So which a lot of us probably still have. So we'll see how many of us have it after Stranger Things wraps at the end of the year.
Exactly, because there's a part of me that's like fine to be done with Netflix after Stranger Things, but there are things that come up once in a while that I don't know. Especially if they end up buying Warner Brothers, that's gonna suck.
I don't pay for Netflix.
I would. Yeah, that would be. I really dread the potential of Netflix buying Warner Brothers. That would be miserable. I would hate that.
I saw a very interesting statistic. If that were to happen, I saw this today actually. So even though Warner Brothers, they have their HBO they have their streaming platform, they license everything that they make, right? So were Netflix to buy Warner Brothers, 20% of the media that's normally licensed would be gone. When you think about that, 20% of everything available for us to see would be gone. It would just be on Netflix. It wouldn't be licensed to other platforms. It wouldn't be doing repertory screenings. All that stuff would be gone.
That would be my fucking nightmare.
It would be. I didn't I know how big Warner Brothers is, but it just didn't put that together until I saw that statistic today. I'm like, oh my God. That's this. I mean, we already had a big one happen with MGM, but at least Amazon kind of leaves it alone a little bit, and they still put their movies out. They still license them, and they still take them on repertory shows and stuff like that. Netflix is not that way, though.
That would be like, I almost don't have a word. Devastating doesn't even like encompass it.
Yeah.
Gutting.
Yeah. It's wild to think about that much.
Oh man.
Yep. So think about that while we do the next story.
Well, it was funny. We were sitting here talking about Netflix, and I just remembered we actually went to a theater and watched a Netflix movie.
Oh yeah,
we totally forgot
we did.
About it.
We sure did, and there's a reason we forgot about it because it's not good. We went and saw Frankenstein in theater.
The new Guillermo del Toro. Yeah,
it's not good.
It's not
on pretty much every level. It's not good.
It's got good gore,
but that's like 3 or 4 minutes of the entire long ass movie.
No, dude, it's more like 45 seconds of a long ass.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah,
But it does have a nice pair of titties in the film too, and that was another 10 seconds. So we got 1 good minute, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen, and I will stick to this phrase. I said it walking out of theater, but I have never seen a film absolutely slow walk its first act for 90 minutes and then speed run its remaining second and third act. It is baffling, the decision that Del Toro went with on this. And then I went back and reread the plot synopsis of the original Frankenstein. Holy shit, there are so many changes throughout
a little bit of throw.
This.
Oh yeah, there's tons of changes.
Maybe something. Yeah, back.
All right, to where it's like, what are we even doing here? I feel like the main plot thread motif of the book is completely lost in this retelling.
Mia Goth's character is completely different.
She's almost a nothing character in this. She has 1 or 2 scenes of development, and then she is flat.
But in the book, she's engaged to Victor.
Yes,
that's not the case in the movie.
Flatter.
Mm-hmm.
She's a plot device in the book,
and
which, to be fair, when it was written.
Yeah.
I full disclosure, I've never liked the story of Frankenstein. Dracula was
I know.
my deal, but I still didn't like this movie. I still don't like the plot. I think Victor is a fucking asshole. He's a dickhead that I don't like. I don't relate to him. I'm still waiting to like this story. I'm still waiting for another version to come out that I'll go, this is it. This is my version.
Some other reviews I've seen have talked about the subtlety of the father-son relationship, and I'm like, explain to me where the subtlety is, because it's not subtle.
It's
at all.
Like a hammer. It's very clear. This is the subtext. It's not, that was, you're sitting there going, no, obviously it's about this.
Yeah, clearly it's about this. Yeah. And again, it's a pure travesty to take someone with so much charisma and just on-screen presence as Mia Goth, and she's just wallpaper.
And I read comments on Reddit of people who saw it, and they're going, oh my God, the visuals. And I'm like, enough. Visuals can only do so much, and frankly, they were just fine. Crimson Peak blows them out of the water. But if we're going off visuals, if we're going off visual and saying the visuals are insane, then we need to go and say, Zack Snyder, I forgive you. But we're not going to do that, right? So we shouldn't apply that here. And I just don't think the writing is good. I think at a few moments in the film, I think the sound mix is bad.
Yeah,
I mean, there were truly a couple moments where I'm like, I don't know what they said. And our theater is calibrated.
it is calibrated.
It's our art house. We know it's
Yeah.
calibrated, and the rest of the film was fine. But for a couple moments, it's like they mumbled that one, and nobody thought to put subtitles there.
And we all talked about this after the screening. Is this is a movie that not probably, definitely deserved some sort of cool score.
Boy,
And
it felt flat.
I don't even remember it. And nothing is memorable about whatever the score was,
It
other than
just
maybe some
felt-
strings. It was like strings.
Oh, it was generic 1800s monster music. You know, you've all heard it before. You know, Young Frankenstein did it better. Seriously.
Yeah, 100%.
I just felt like Del Toro was on autopilot the entire
Which is
ride.
wild because this is one of his favorite stories of all time. Apparently, he's been wanting to do this movie for many years.
And it's only after, I think I froze again, but it's only after this movie comes out, he goes, next movie I do, I want to do something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, wow, what are the odds of that?
Yeah.
It's almost like he was on autopilot. It's like Stanley Kubrick making Barry
Which,
Lyndon.
again, he in his house, he has an entire library dedicated to Frankenstein. Like the theming of it, the style of it, all that stuff. He loves this story. I don't see him as being on autopilot with something he has so much passion for.
But, I mean, to me, this was like, I mean, again, like I said, this is like Stanley Kubrick making Barry Lyndon. It might be that he has a huge passion for that story, but it comes off as a filmmaker that's bored. And I mean,
Well,
if he goes off and makes The Shining after this or something the equivalent to, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it did not work for me on almost.
But then we see that he signed a deal for more movies with Netflix, and it's like, well,
what are we doing?
It's just going to be the next 10 years of mediocrity.
What are we doing?
Not making good movies. That's what we're doing. We're making mediocre movies.
First it was David Fincher, now it's Guillermo del Toro. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think these guys,
for
whatever reason, they don't want to work in the studio system. They want to just go do shit for Netflix. I think they should just go start their own studio, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, we had this before. I mean, Spielberg and Geffen and all these guys did this before because they felt the same way. And that's how we got DreamWorks, So it's something, I'm sure there's probably a few other big names that we could think of that would probably do it too with them. Nolan, even though Nolan has a pretty cushy deal with Universal after he got screwed by
Warner,
but he got that deal after getting screwed by Warner, right? Universal is one of the few great studios still doing it the right way.
Well, I don't see Nolan being like, let's create our own studio. I think he's really cushy where he can get his 70 millimeter prints made.
Well, I was going to say he needs big budgets too. That guy, he needs $250 million, $300 million.
But to be fair, when he makes, he's like, okay, I have a $200 million movie. I mean, you can see it on the screen.
You can,
or you can see like the command that he has to necessitate that budget. Now, when you see Tron Ares and it has a budget of $250 million, you're like, where the fuck did the money go?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to this last story because we've been pushing on it for about 2 weeks.
All right, well, speaking of over the last few weeks, there's been much confusion regarding the future of Shout Factory, home of such labels as Scream Factory. I was thinking of Arrow, but they're not Arrow. From discounts on certain titles from their 4K and Blu-ray library to changes in their loyalty program, there's fear that one of the biggest players in the boutique physical media game is going away. However, that's not the case. In its message to its customers, Groove Entertainment, which usually is like Universal, they have a lot of the Universal titles there, revealed that they will now be home for the Shout Factory catalog, which means that Groove.com, you can find the Scream Factory releases, so you're good. However, ShoutFactory.com has been discontinued, its standalone site. So it will carry on, but now you got to buy it on Groove, which I've only bought one thing off of Groove and didn't have a bad experience.
So I have such mixed feelings about this because I guess the thing that concerns me the most is the consolidation.
Mhm.
But one of the reasons I never wanted to order from Scream Factory, Shout Factory is because when I do get something from them, I'm really happy with it. But I also feel like it's overpriced.
Yeah, that's been a big problem with a lot of their titles. It's like $30-$40 for 4K, and I'm like, well, then I better be getting Arrow video quality or Criterion level quality, like something really, really nice. And it's always been just totally fine. It's fine, but it's not $25 nice. Fine.
Well, and then the other side of that too is they would always charge you for shipping.
Oh,
So,
I never bought from. I usually buy through like Amazon or whatnot if I'm going for a shout.
Well, you had to, and then a lot of times, what would happen is you'd order it from Amazon, and it would be $30 or something. You order it from their website, it's cheaper, usually $26-$27, but you're paying shipping.
Is it the same speed on shipping?
No, I don't think so.
And there we go.
Yeah. So moving to Groove is free shipping all the time.
Let's go.
Whether you buy one movie or 5 movies. So there's that.
I know that like first customers get like a percentage off. I mean, I bought the thing 4K from Groove, and it was like $15 or something. It was a really good price. Because it was
Yeah, the first time you sign up for them, their website or whatever, their newsletter, you get 20% discount. And supposedly their infrastructure for producing the discs and the packaging and all that stuff is much bigger than Shout Factory. So the assumption is either we'll get nicer stuff or cheaper stuff. Whether that happens, I don't know. We'll see.
I guess the problem I have with Scream Factory titles usually is it'll be a fine edition that will come out, and then Arrow will come out with a 4K. And I'm like, well, then why am I buying the,
Well, and I usually, like, if you get their 4Ks are good. I feel like 9 times out of 10, the Scream Factory 4Ks are like scanned by Studio Canal, which is great. Just Scream Factory does their own color grade, which sometimes is good, Escape from New York, and sometimes really bad, Halloween. You just don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so Groove was actually started indirectly by Universal. It was a method for them to continue distributing their stuff. And for the longest time, Groove literally just was Universal titles. But then they got the Warner Archive titles. That's where you go for Warner Archive now. And I think they've since then picked up another small distributor or two. So this is not that surprising. It's just sort of this industry they're building around that website. I just, like, I always get concerned with consolidation is all. You know what I mean? Because we went through this a couple of years ago with Disney when they basically sold off all of their physical media distribution to Sony. And I feel like the titles that we've gotten from Disney since then have been good, but they've been a lot less.
Yeah.
Like there's just not as much Disney stuff anymore.
That
but
they
like
need to keep their Atmos mixes to the proper sound level, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, and you would think, that because I'm fairly certain that Sony is not doing the scans. It's still Disney that's doing the 4K scans and whatnot. It's just Sony is doing the distribution. Which is a shame because Sony could probably do a better job at their transfers than Disney. Even though Disney soaked up Fox, who was arguably better than both of those two companies.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But the other part that sucked about Shout and Scream Factory is when they would have a quote sale, it'd be like a $2 discount.
Ooh.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be like I hardly ever bought from their sales unless it was a going out of print sale. Those would be pretty good. And Groove has very good sales. So we're going to see how that all translates to Scream Factory titles. I guess the good note is that on the heels of this announcement, I got that official email the other day. We also got Hard Boiled and handful of other titles announced that are coming. So they're not slowing down. I guess they're just doing the transfers. Is that all Shout Factory is going to be now? As a company that does transfers and then somebody else distributes?
I know that Hard Boiled, like, I was like, hell yeah. And then I saw the price tag and I was like, hell no.
What is it? It's like 35 or something?
No. The 4K right now, discounted, is $49.99.
It looks like a big box.
MSRP is 65.
It does look like a big hefty box, so I don't know if there's books and stuff in there or not.
There's a book and the movie.
Okay. So it's creeping up into second sight prices for that one.
Yeah, but I mean, you really need to like have...
See, this is this expected value, right? Because you're like, oh, second sight $50, okay.
Yeah, but what am I getting with second sight? I'm getting like a smorgasbord of everything I could ever want with those releases.
That's true.
I am never looking at a second sight release and going, damn, they could have done better. I'm always going, holy shit, look what we got, boys. Like, they announced Pearl and Maxine, and I'm like, oh my god, look at these releases.
Yeah, and I'm so upset not to buy those.
And X isn't included. I'm just like,
yeah, can't do it.
Because if X was included, that's a sale. Let's go.
Speaking of that, I pre-ordered that box set from A24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it did ship finally.
Hey.
It was supposed, it came out 2 weeks ago. Apparently, it was its release date.
This is the problem with the A24 store. You would think, like, I don't know, it came out, so it should ship. Yeah, it'll ship in 5 to 7 days.
Estimated delivery is Monday, so nearly 3 weeks late. It's going to come.
It's ridiculous.
And I think it looks nice, but it doesn't look nearly as nice as what Second Sight is doing.
$100? No. I mean, here's the thing: bump that price up $20 and do something Second Sight level. Oh, just take my cash.
I had to have them. They're not on my shelf, and I love those movies. I just had to have them. So it's coming. It'll be here Monday. We'll see. Watch my TikTok for an unboxing video. All right, so speaking of physical media, we got some releases this week. Let's see. The highlights that I have here, obviously, is Hard Boiled. That 4K is out. And fucking The Breakfast Club out in a 4K from Criterion, double dip. I have their other one, and I'm going to...
Oh, let me add that to my my wish list. I have started a wish list on Amazon for, like, movies I want to get, and I realized quite quickly, I'm like... oh, there is actually a lot here. Like, once I actually list them out, it's like, oh, whoops.
So now I got to take my copy of The Breakfast Club and sell it somewhere so that I can get this damn 4K because I'm going to want it. Interestingly, Coda is coming out in a 4K, and that's an Apple release. We've been talking, Zach and I, in another group about how, it put out by Apple and never come out on physical. We were talking about Killers of the Flower Moon, right? Yeah. Well, this won the Oscar in 2022, so it took a long time for us to get a 4K of this, but we got it. So it gives me hope,
If this can happen, Killers can happen. Okay.
Exactly.
And
I might actually see
Criterion.
Exactly. I might actually see this one now that it's out in a 4K. Vampires is out in a new 4K steelbook. It's just a reissue of the previous 4K that Scream Factory did. It's just now in a steelbook. And this was inevitable. Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad is out in a 4K. With that remake that was just out, clearly, they were going to do this. And then SS Experiment Love Camp, 4K. That's some old Grindhouse stuff right there, and it's crazy that it's got this beautiful looking 4K treatment. And there's a handful of other things.
Someone's favorite movie.
That is true. Someone loves that movie. Well, I mean, look at the title. There's probably a ton of nudity in it, and that'll sell for a lot of people.
I'm looking at the cover, and there's a ton of nudity on it. There is 4 women naked on the cover.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I've meant to look and see who was putting it out. It sounds like something Severin would put out.
88 Films.
88 Films also makes sense. That also makes sense. Anyway, well, Nico, you missed almost all of that discussion, sir.
What times?
Well, let's bring this puppy to an end. Where do we find you on the internet?
You could apparently find me cleaning up baby throw up. Other than that, you could find me nicholasqualls.com is everything I do. Probably most active on Instagram if you want to look at baby photos or Georgia voting sticker posts, because that one just happened yesterday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much happening so far. Hopefully get that to change a little bit past the new year.
Zachy boy?
You can find me watching the trailer for SS Experiment Love Camp, and there's just titties all over this trailer.
Told you.
Like I'm not even joking. It's on YouTube. But you can find me in Japan starting this weekend. And
Yes. So it occurred to me that I was glad you were going to do this stream tonight because you won't be back on this stream till December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fly back in Thanksgiving, so
Yep.
y'all will just have to soldier on without sassy little me.
Right.
I mean, they have internet in Japan.
Sure.
So
what
doing this. We're doing this a little bit later than we normally would do it. I don't know. I guess we'll do it without Zach because we need to do our holiday buyer's guide picks episode. Yeah. So Zach's like, oh, dodging a bullet.
Thank God I don't have to do that this year.
We should probably think about
always record it and send it in.
Oh, fuck.
which is what you should do. You send me the video, I'll just play it. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I'll think about that. I'll think about it.
You should shoot us video of Japan. Pick 5 things in a Japan story.
Look, it's a tree. The tree in Japan. Hey guys.
Happy Christmas. But anyway, yeah, we'll probably do that next week. So there is that. But Zach, I don't think you actually said any social media. Do you want to give us social media?
Oh yeah. I'm on Instagram, Master of the Matrix 91. You can find me on Discord and Steam as a Dangerous Meat Lunatic, and you can find me on Letterboxd, Master Z91.
Find me under The.Film.Doc on Instagram and mostly TikTok, and OTS Movies still on Letterboxd. I swear I'm going to change it at some point. I'm working on it. But I guess that'll do it for this week. We'll see everybody next week.
Bye, everybody.